Now, a few years ago, Mercedes-Benz introduced to us the SLS AMG. This was a big, heavy supercar with gull-wing doors, and some people loved the car, yet others hated it. Now today, we've got the new version of that car, which is the Mercedes-Benz AMG and AMG GTS. This behind me here is the AMG GTS, and I can tell you, this car is very different to the SLS. Now, the fact that Mercedes-Benz downsized the engine of this car doesn't at all mean that it's inferior. In fact, the AMG GTS makes 375 kilowatts and 650 newton meters of torque. To add to that, the car does 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds.
The AMG GTS is not only about power, the car looks amazing too, with its long protruding nose and wide grille. The inside of the GTS is as lavish as a 5-star hotel, with leather and chrome being used extensively. But all this power and luxury will cost you around 1.9 million rand.
Now, for 1.9 million rand, this gives you a lot of options to play with. You can either get yourself a toy like this AMG GTS, or you can get yourself something completely different. Something that still has a lot of power, but something that also has a lot of space.
Say hello to the BMW M5 Competition package. This car features 423 kilowatts and 680 newton meters of torque.
Obviously, the biggest problem you're going to face in the GTS is space. This car only has space for another person. So if you need to take another person with you, you either need to change cars or you need to leave that person at home. And if that person is a small child, that would be quite illegal. What you don't have in space though is replaced with sportiness. This car has a crazy amount of options. I can have the car in comfort, sport, sport plus, and even a race mode. And when I've got the exhaust pipes on sport, this car sounds like it's swearing at other cars when it passes them by. For instance, if I press this button here, and I put the car in sport, and I do this, the car literally sounds like it's saying, I have more money than you, get out my way.
Now, the M5 may not look as exotic as the GTS, but it has more power, although the car also has more weight. Now, obviously, the mature thing to do at this point would be to have a drag race. Because of the GTS's crazy 0 to 100 time, we decided not to use launch control in both cars, which made for quite an undramatic start. We were certain that the GTS would murder the M5, but then this happened. Sadly, the GTS lost the fight, and the M5, being a typical BMW, decided to do a celebratory dance. Okay, BMW, we get it. You won. No need to show off now. Okay, move along now.
So after spending a few hours driving the AMG GTS and driving the BMW M5, the question, how would you spend your 1.9 million rand, is quite a difficult one to answer. 10 years ago, this car would have been the quickest, but now we see with modern technology, cars like the BMW M5, cars like the Mercedes E63, and other big saloons that are fast and turbocharged like these cars can keep up with sports cars. So it's quite a difficult one. Do you go for the practical car or do you go for the more sporty car? Well, after seeing what happened today, we think we'd go for the more practical car. It just makes that much more sense.